a new form of political struggle has started. A political struggle within the constitutional framework, with a view to assert their rights and with a view to demand greater participation in the political institution. For the first time, you see some little faith in the political institutions in the Telangana, and it's good for the entire country, not only for Telangana, because instability in any political region can lead to instability in every region in this country. And therefore you see a slowly recovery of the civil society, recovery of the political institutions is slowly taking. To sustain this, strengthen this further, you require a separate state. Because at this point of time, let me say this again and again, Andhra Pradesh is dominated by the crony capital. And this capital destroys all political institutions to its advantage. This is the class which you cannot overthrow without carving out the separate Telangana state. That's as simple as that. And once it is separated, these political institutions have to be rebuilt. It opens space, it creates an opportunity, and those opportunities also have to be utilized carefully. And that's where civil society initiatives have to be sustained. And I think one of the important contributions of the ongoing movement is to strengthen the civil society. Remember, the ongoing Telangana movement is not led by any political party. It is led by the civil society group, caste associations, employees, trade union leaders, and non-governmental organizations, student unions. These are the groups that are leading the ongoing education. It is important that it is not merely initiated by the students. If you say that it is only initiated by the students, it would be inaccurate, because the movement itself started by the villagers, by the caste association. Students at one point of time played a major role. They have offered a new institution called Joint Action Committee. And every village and every group, every community formed a Joint Action Committee so that they can unite people outside the realm of political parties, and where the political parties are not allowed to participate. In all these agitations at the village level and mandal level, they are not led by political parties. They are not initiated by political parties. They are led by non-party forums. And non-party forums are making it very clear to the political leadership. Look, this is what we expect from you. You have to do it. And there is a compulsion. There is a pressure. And remember, institutions cannot be built over a period, cannot be built all of a sudden. They have to be built over a period of time. So we are quite aware of the limitations of the Chhattisgarh Jharkhand movement, and keeping that in mind, the ongoing Telangana movement has been extremely careful in preventing the same kind of mistakes. And so that they don't repeat in the case of the Telangana region. That is the attempt. An attempt which you may say is being done with people's participation. That's the reason why we are confident that this will sustain. This will sustain because it is a people's movement. It is not led by politicians. It is not led by any political party. That is very important. And therefore it is leading to major shifts in the political culture too. People no longer, this very important anecdote in one village while this meeting of the village women was taking place, and there was a local lecturer, so a person working in a local college was explaining to them what the movement is all about and how they can use their rights in order to assert a place in the political system. Then there was this political party leaders and they were trying to disturb it, and all these women spoke unitedly. They chased him away and they said, for the first time we are taught what we are and how we can, what rights are available to us, how we can assert, how we can improve this political system, and this is something that we would like to cherish and we would like to protect. So that's the kind of an attitude that we are able to witness in the ongoing movement. So to be very dismiss every effort is not a proper thing. But to understand, even in the national movement, the democracy has been strengthened and deepened over a period of time. Initially, it was a middle class movement. By 1920s onwards, various classes entered into this movement. After they entered into this movement, the character of the Indian democracy totally changed, and it became a mass movement. As a mass movement, it could create laid down foundations for a very strong democracy in India. Remember, compared to India, no other third world country has ever experienced such a movement. And therefore, democracies have not been successful in many countries. India is different because it experienced a mass movement. The Telangana movement is different because it is a mass movement, where all the subaltern classes, suppressed communities are participating. I think that is a major contribution. That would create new culture, new values, and would be able to strengthen democracy. To begin with, that would be an important change in the Telangana party. And how we will be able to carry forward, it depends on a number of other factors. Our own strength, the support we can get from media, from the intellectual community, and also from the national political system. Many other things also have to contribute. It's not something that can happen only in Telangana and that can happen all of a sudden. One important change I can definitely say will take place in Telangana reform, and that is the domination of this contractor class over political system can come to an end. New kind of system, new values, new frameworks could definitely emerge. That I think would be a major change.
You want to talk about the role of women?
After this mass movement started, women's organizations also have become quite active. And now there is an effort to form, link these women's organizations belonging to various villages into one common network at the state level. That effort is now underway.
But my other question, the first question of interconnectedness between all three regions, what happens to that?
What happens is, that it could also see a kind of a revolution in Andhra and Rayalaseema. Oppressed communities would be able to participate. Money would also be invested in Rayalaseema and Andhra. At this point of time, it is not taking place. The flows are concentrated into few areas in and around Hyderabad, in and around Vizag, and few pockets here and there. Now money would flow to every village and every town, and therefore, even those regions with business development, there would be some problems. How this once the state is divided, resource division will also take place. Adequate flows also have to be generated over revenues also have to be generated. But then at this point of time, I can say with certainty that the development of small towns, which enjoyed some importance in social political life at one point of time, it will definitely take place after this switch.